let's talk about our good friend Kyrie Irving, because the Jimmy Butler stuff is still on the table. Lots of speculation just over the last week leading up to Media Day, and lots of conversation about how is Jimmy Butler going to influence somebody like Kyrie Irving. Kyrie says, I haven't really talked to him that much in 2 years since we were on Team USA together. So that's kind of contradictory to reports out there. I will also say, and I'm going to leave this. I know we're going to 100% buy in on him putting this to rest, but Kyrie is, he's not. Look, he thinks the world is a flat. You know what I mean? Like, I just think there are moments where he's pretty comfortable just throwing shade. So I'm not going to believe everything he says, because even if he thinks the world is round, he still, plays into that a little bit and plays into the media. So just keep that feather in the back of your mind. But for the most part, John, are you 100% convinced that, his comments yesterday about the culture, the history, the fact that they can pay him the most, and the reason for no extension, which we've always said is a smart business decision on his end, do you think that really puts it to rest 100%?
Yeah, I think it does, actually. I mean, I think that there's always going to be a question, but, there was, 50-50, 60-40. What, I didn't, to clarify, the Jimmy Butler thing I thought was kind of nonsense. I didn't see really any reason why that would be a draw. Kevin Durant, to me, has always been the one to be concerned with. What he does, they are much closer. They worked out together a good part of the summer. I felt like there's a lot there to be concerned with, and certainly Durant has probably been even more opaque when it comes to what his future is. And he's on arguably one of the greatest teams in NBA history. So there's a lot there to unpack, but let's just put that aside and just talk about Kyrie. I think that what he said, though, to me, the value of what he said was not only was the money, certainly, but about the situation. But what I thought, what was the takeaway was how he talked about how he's much more comfortable, and how, everything away from this was a problem, but being here and being part of what this is here in Boston was a godsend. It was, a perfect situation. And why would I want to walk away from that, was the line. I think that there's a lot you can say about that. I think one thing that's also somewhat interesting is, while he was uncomfortable last year, I wouldn't say he showed he was uncomfortable. I think he was just a bit distant. So I think that took a lot of us off guard as we're reading that. Like, really? Okay, he was uncomfortable. That's interesting. And then the other piece that, on top
it's
of
always
that,
uncomfortable relocating, though, and
sure,
having a new community and new teammates. And I will also say this, hopefully that's a deterrent to him making any changes as well.
Well, right, and there wasn't a lot of time. I mean, there was about a month in between when the trade happened and when he actually showed up for training camp, and he's shooting the movie. There's a lot going on in his life, and then the knee. It was a lot. It was a lot. But now you kind of peel that back, and he's been here playing with the team. They've been working out, and you have to feel like apparently these workouts have gone quite well, that everybody who's playing in them are feeling really good about where the team's headed. And, it's kind of like the everybody lost weight, everybody's, the best shape of their life thing. But you kind of wonder how much that plays into what Kyrie's enjoying what's going on the court. And that just saying that, to me, it's about basketball. It's all his comments Monday at Media Day were all about basketball, all about how basketball is making him feel. And it's the Marcus Smart analogy of the eye of the storm, and everything around might be crazy, but it's very centered and very focused here. And I think he's appreciating that. And I think he's appreciating where things are. And I think he's appreciating his place now in Boston. So I feel good. He feels centered. He feels grounded. He feels comfortable. I think that's all you can ask for. And if the basketball goes the way we think it will, I think everything else takes care of itself.